Welcome to Inspiring You. If we haven't met, I'm Henry. So let's do the July energy forecast, what to expect and how to support yourself. First off, though, let's do a welcome to July 2024. Hello, July. So this year, the Cancer season washed in like a tidal wave, my friends, washing out deeply buried emotions and also possibly forcing us to confront our oldest wounds. So, the full moon in Capricorn at the end of June marked the start of a powerful transformation journey set to continue throughout July. This period is brimming with potential, ready to be harnessed if we seize the moment, my friends. So, as we step into July, you may feel maybe a bit worn out, maybe a bit weary. You might need some more resting time, and that's completely okay. It could feel more reminiscent of late February than midsummer in the Northern Hemisphere. We know that there's emotional work to be done, and there's also, we may need to finally decide what we truly want as well. This decision, which it might feel a bit challenging because it can be sometimes difficult to really let ourselves have that moment of clarity. But when we do really step into that clarity and allow ourselves to release any burdens, it actually is the pathway to empowerment. So, with that, then sometimes when we deeply desire something, it could then become really attainable. So, something we deeply desire could become really attainable by the summer's end if you're in the northern hemisphere, or by the end in the next month or so if you are in the southern hemisphere. But with that, though, my friends, we'll really need to take a look at our habits, which means we need to tackle and look at our habits of distraction and avoidance. So, June invited us to explore new possibilities and venture down different paths, possibly, yet a deeper feeling has been growing steadily. You may be sensing that the time is fast approaching to stop playing games and to really listen to your heart. That is one of the themes of this month, really stepping in, listening to your heart. So in July, a captivating cosmic force is emerging, strong, elevated, and deeply connective. So it manifests as a luminous silver hue. And so that is bringing in the energetic frequency that will grow increasingly familiar as we continue to evolve, my friends. And so, with that, having passed through the initial phases of May and June, we now have the opportunity to discover new modes of interaction, integration, and emergence as well with that, my friends. So, you want to then let yourself take some time to reflect and also integrate what needs to be integrated as well. So this month calls for also inspiring active engagement or action, if you will. While some months really invite us to rest within ourselves, July is a bit different. The silver energy acts as a beneficial catalyst, propelling you towards deeper connection, heightened consciousness, and also a fuller emergence into being your true self, your authentic self, really calling for light expansion, invoking your expansion of light. And so, with that, my friends, I know you might be exclaiming, like, oh my goodness, more expansion. Oh, that sounds like it could be hard work. My friends, just know that the silver energy won't be challenging for most of you who have been showing up, doing the work, and using the tools. With that said, though, my friends, if you are deeply attached to your old ways, it may be a bit challenging. So, if you're really determined to cling to the old wounds and their effects, then it may be tough. If you think that you have all the answers about, what's happening, what's wrong with others, other philosophies, religions, or even viewpoints, it may be challenging and rough. In this luminous silver energy, rigidity will feel profoundly uncomfortable because it connects beyond time and space, and the connection is unlike anything you've known possibly before, which is operating at a speed that may present challenges if you are clinging to rigidity in your thoughts, emotions, actions in life, and really staying stuck on the old aspects. So it's really calling for an emergence of your light expansion, allowing you to shift and step into, if you will, that new earth. So, with that, then this month, Neptune is also turns retrograde, marking a period where illusions dissolve, a theme that will persist until December. Meanwhile, Leo season begins alongside a Capricorn full moon. Mercury's shift into Leo enhances communication, empowering you to express your needs confidently, which is also, really letting yourself emerge in the authenticity of your light, of the truth of who you are. So the Cancer new moon invites you to prioritize self care once again. And then also there's an asteroid named Pallas, or it's Pallas, Pallas, that is actually connected to wisdom, and that is ending its retrograde, and it's bringing in clarity. Clarity improves on how to approach challenges. Say yes to that wisdom. So also Venus is entering Leo, making which may then create a bit of a tug of war between seeking attention and also desiring solitude. So, with Mars in Gemini, assertiveness is key in setting healthy boundaries, especially in social interactions. So, with that, July is really bringing in the healing of retrogrades of Neptune, Chiron, and another full moon, as I mentioned. There was one also during June, and also is going to be the start of Leo season, which encourages also there's social interaction, parties, and also you may want to be resting at certain times, taking cat naps, if you will. So, July holds one of the most also enchanting moments of the year, the series Beneficial Gateway. This celestial event occurs annually during the first week of July when our sun aligns with the star Sirius. So, ancient civilizations held Sirius, this incredible beneficial gateway star, in great reverence, considering it our spiritual sun. So, as these two suns literally are converging, waves of high frequency energy permeates the cosmic channels, revitalizing both our spiritual essence and our physical bodies. So, in 2024, the Sirius Gateway will be amplified by the Cancer new moon occurring on July 5th at the heart of this celestial alignment, if you will. And on the Inspiring You podcast and YouTube, there will be a beneficial Sirius Gateway mindful Reiki energy healing meditation as well to support you. So with this this Cancer new moon and Sirius Gateway, this new lunar cycle that's coming in that's closely intertwined with this Sirius beneficial gateway promises a surge of fresh energy for all of us to harness. It's bringing in a beneficial period conducive to uplifting our spirits, fostering new hope, and revitalizing our beings. Say yes to all that. So, with this, it's going to be really powerful energy that, such powerful energy that often catalyzes a process of release and clearing, shedding away obstacles and accumulated burdens is what is actually bringing in to support us. So, while this may initially feel sometimes, if you are in that big clearing process, it can sometimes for the human be a bit challenging, or it could feel like you're being called to rest. Just check in to see what you need, because as these energies are dissipating, you might need to rest more to then allow the integration process of the new energies. And then also just let yourself download the wisdom that they're imparting and the transformation that can be brought in to gracefully support you in the unfolding of your life. Also, as I mentioned, July features that second Capricorn full moon of the year, offering closure and clarity on matters that began stirring at the end of June. So, as the month draws to a close, Neptune and Chiron join two other planets in retrograde, bringing the total to 4. While these retrogrades operate subtly, they may also collectively prompt a sense of slowdown, if you will. So, when significant retrograde energy permeates the cosmic realm, it signals the universe for us to pause, reflect, and carefully review our path before forging ahead. So, let yourself make sure to take that time to do so, my friends. That is really, really important part of this process, as you know. And also, if any of you are wondering, I just said as the month draws to close, Neptune and Chiron are joining two other planets. If you're wondering about Chiron, just to let you know that in 1989, it was exhibiting behavior typical of a comet, but today it's classified as both a minor planet and a comet. So just to kind of give you that information. All right, let's dive into the energy forecast themes for July. So one of the themes of July is support. This month invites us to deeply contemplate all aspects of support, how we receive it, withhold it, desire it, provide it to ourselves, others. We can ask ourselves, what does support mean to me? Where does it originate? What patterns and belief do I hold about support? What is my level of awareness and assumptions regarding support? July offers opportunities for introspection and assessment of external circumstances, providing a chance to confront any illusions we may hold. So there is a strong impetus to embrace greater authenticity, bolstered by our understanding and experience of support. It is important to recognize that support manifests not only through tangible means like resources and personal relationships, but also from intangible, the unseen realms of spirit, including allies, personal imagination, creativity, inner strength, inner resilience, etc. So, with that, we may observe traditional structures of support in our lives undergoing change or becoming also less reliable. Rather than succumbing to fear or anxiety, this is an opportunity to explore overlooked sources of support or unexpected new avenues of assistance. So, this month invites you to explore that support from all angles, how you receive, deny, crave, and offer it. Reflect on what support means to you and its origins. Examine patterns and beliefs related to support, and be aware of any assumptions you hold. And then embrace authenticity, drawing on your understanding and experiences with support. So, as traditional support structures, as traditional support structures shift, view it as an opportunity rather than a challenge. So, and embrace authenticity, drawing on your understanding and experiences with support and tools. So, with that, let's just kind of dive into some areas to reflect on your relationship with support this July because it is such a big theme. So, time, let's look at time. Does time support you? Are you dedicating enough me time? This is critical and worth some serious reflection. Relationships. Are your relationships supportive? Is there a balance give and take between offering support and receiving it? Pay attention this month to any dysfunctional patterns of over expectation or excessive responsibility in that regard. Notice if you have any trouble asking for help, or if you feel worthy of it, or if you feel like you're overextending yourself in terms of overgiving and becoming over responsible in terms of giving and not necessarily letting yourself receive it. See if your giving and receiving is in balance in regard to support. Resources. So this includes your finances, physical needs, personal talents, abilities, and productivity. Don't overlook the everyday energies also of earth, air, fire, water, sunlight, my friends. So check in to see your resources. All right, unseen allies and helpers, spirit guides for the highest good, or ancestors that are part of your spirit guide team for the highest good. So this covers the spiritual realm, including guides, ancestors, your higher wisdom, intuition, guardians, the spiritual forces of the four directions with sky, earth, etc., all for the highest good. So take a proactive approach this month towards understanding your sources of support this can be really highly beneficial. You want to evaluate both the areas where support is plentiful and where it might be lacking. Connect actively with support from the unseen realms for the highest good. Embracing this can expand your intuition and deepen your trust in regard to your guides for the highest good, providing a profound sense of security, purpose, and balance. And so this one is interesting because last month, I knew that it was going to be coming in as a big theme because I had a huge moment. You may have heard me talk about this already. My dad passed away 4 years ago, and he has been coming in, and he gives me these beautiful messages, and I so appreciate it every time. Yet I had a moment a couple weeks ago where I was like, "Okay, Dad, like, all right." We are working on clearing some generational aspects in terms of, some ancestry things. And I then was asking him to come in and support in a different way. That, yes, I appreciate the messages, but I would like your support in really showing up in a whole nother way. And it's been really amazing because my dad has definitely been showing up in different ways and letting me know, and it's just been really profound. And it also just reminded me that you do need to evaluate where you are in your relationships, both in the physical world, and then also if you are, you talk to your spirit guides for highest good, you work with your ancestors, you have to also let them know what you need and evaluate, where you need support, and see what you need in regard to this, regarding the resources as well. And it's just been so inspiring, though. And so I share that with you because it's been inspiring and just been so amazing. As the month goes on, I'll try and share some more specific stories on that. All right, but let's move on to the next theme, my friends. So the next theme comes in. So one of the themes that is continuing from last month that started happening in June, and it's really been happening in the last couple of years, to be honest, but it's even more so coming in as themes: cosmic energetic openings. So these cosmic energetic openings are continuing this month and the months ahead as well. This opening will essentially dispel lower frequencies, both personal and global, on Earth. So imagine any low vibration agendas or plans that aim to suppress people being cleared by this incoming cosmic beneficial energy. It won't eradicate everything instantly, but it will certainly disrupt low vibrational plans and doing a huge clearing, letting the light come in for the highest good. So, on a personal level, though, you might feel a sudden lifting of burdens or a sense of lightness in long-standing personal relationships. So it could seem almost like miraculously how things shift positively. So be attentive to surprises where low vibrational energies or challenges you've been dealing with swiftly dissipate. So these energies may have lingered for a while, but cosmically and energetically, they're being addressed in a way that might seem like miraculous due to its rapid and profound impact on Earth, both personally and globally. Okay, so the next theme is, which is again another continuation from June. The last month, the color vibration was green and it was connected to the heart, and we're moving into the heart chakra even more. Your heart chakra was being awakened by this vibrant green energy, giving and receiving love. And this month, we are continuing this theme with heart energy focus and really connecting also into that silver energy now. So with this heart energy focus, it's really about, are you ready to let your heart soar and open up? You might be in the midst of healing or releasing old wounds at the heart level. This could be the month that you gain newfound clarity in expressing yourself or resolving long-standing issues. So your awareness of matters of the heart may suddenly deepen, and offering you more moments of feeling alive and connected through love. And by love, I mean the energy vibrational frequency of love, whether it's, for yourself, people, activities, things. So this month can potentially bring a lot of much needed balance in your life and some very interesting changes, and really connecting into that energy of love. And then with that, balancing, nurturing, and taking care of your heart. So this month potentially brings a lot of much needed balance in your life, some very interesting changes. The energy of this month is also not only in regard to that heart energy focus, but it's also about that balance as well. It's about getting in touch with yourself, which that can also be part of the energy, one of the energy themes of support. So it's about getting in touch with yourself, connecting with the heart, having that energy of balance, and also in getting in connection in a deeper connection with yourself, having these incredible like heart serene moments. And then also with this, really balancing your experience here, balancing your body, mind, and spirit. So finding balance in your life in a deeper connected way in your heart. Also with that, taking responsibility. It's associated with responsibility. So taking care of yourself. How are you responsible for yourself while you're still responsible for other people? Nurturing your heart, that you're giving yourself nourishment, and then also being able to balance that with your loved ones in your life and being able to give yourself what you need, as well as being in balance and harmony in taking care of other people as well. So this powerful heart energy might also mean not only supporting you, but supporting others who are facing their own challenges. Remember, while offering support is amazing, it is really crucial to prioritize self care and not deplete your own energy. And remember that support is one of the themes for this month as well. So it's really coming in as a theme. So you want to take it in. How are you supporting yourself? And the intensity of heart energy can also sometimes bring in emotional upheaval, it can also bring in chaos, depending on one's emotional resilience, awareness, what you've already processed. If things, old wounds are coming up to still process. So make sure to use your tools, my friends. You may also find yourself, you might find yourself guiding others, like I mentioned, through their own heart opening journeys. Because again, heart energy in focus is one of the themes. So it's poignant yet powerful theme that may manifest uniquely for each individual, but it's also within the collective too. So, and it's not just confined to July, it was in June as well, and it's going to be extended out into August as well. And if this energy speaks to you, embrace it, but make sure that you're taking care of yourself during this pivotal time. So this month is really emphasizing supporting, balancing, nurturing your heart. July holds the promise of significant balance and fascinating changes in your life. It's time to find equilibrium, reconnect with yourself, cherish moments of tranquility, focus on harmonizing your mind, body, and spirit to achieve a sense of overall balance in your life. Also, within this, responsibility is also a key theme during this period. It's essential to prioritize self care while fulfilling obligations to others. So, one of the questions is, how can you responsibly take care of yourself while also meeting the needs of those around you? So, nurturing your heart means giving yourself the nourishment, rest, and love necessary for your well being, and then making sure to take the time to meet your own needs amidst the demands of daily life. And then also, with that, how do you prioritize others as well in regard to this, and not also, if you're getting imbalanced, look at it, because the other question is, how often do you prioritize others over yourself? And if that's like I'm constantly doing that, then you want to take some time this month to rebalance that. So this month is really dedicated to finding equilibrium, balancing work and leisure, rest and activities, as well as in your relationships in terms of taking care of yourself and others. And with that, know that if we're balancing work and leisure, rest and activity, sometimes recreational activities can become overstimulating. So use your tools as you need to. All right. So then some of the questions are to contemplate. How do you strike a balance between meeting your own needs and those of others? And let yourself know that we're bringing even more to focus the heart, which serves as this center of balance, if you will. And with that, then this period is also about balance and discovering your center of balance, right? So finding your center no matter what is happening around you, finding your center no matter any of the chaos around you. So I really encourage you to really look at this month in terms of balance and support, nurturing and nourishment, and letting yourself see what it is that you need, and if anything needs to be adjusted, see what you possibly need to adjust and do it accordingly, and make sure to use your tools along the way. All right, so with it, it's essential to also to understand that this theme isn't about judging or criticizing yourself for any perceived lack of, if there is any kind of imbalance or a lack of authenticity, because the other one is about really letting yourself step into your authenticity, right? Into the truth of who you are. Instead, it's really about recognizing more than ever that many individuals are tapping into new levels of light expansion, of courageous light expression, authenticity, and heart expansion. And so when we talk about this, when we talk about light expansion, when we talk about expression, it can encompass not only what we communicate to ourselves and others, but within that, it's really what we need to address within ourselves, right? So often we can suppress our dreams, desires, or ambitions because of self doubt or internal resistance. So these doubts, such as like, I can't, I shouldn't, I'm not allowed, I'm not supposed to, may have lingered for years. Yet, as this new wave of light expression rises, there's an urge to voice what we've previously suppressed, that may been set boundaries on having those tough conversations or expressing love or showing appreciation. But yet, as we gear up to be more expressive in our authenticity of the truth of who we are and our light expression and expansion, some old thoughts and energies might surface or might resurface, right? And that's being called to then, maybe that was repressed or oppressed, and that's being called to be processed and completed and cleared when ready to allow these new energies to integrate. So, July and August are really priming us to offer these breakthrough moments for many, making the readiness to be more authentic and quite tangible. So, again, this isn't about negating who we were in the past, but rather celebrating the journey towards a fuller, more genuine expression. It includes both of our external communication and internal dialogues, clearly conveying our needs to others while also nurturing our own aspirations and desires. So these months could provide the courage you've been seeking to finally act on plans and dreams that have been brewing over the years. July and August stand ready to offer substantial support for taking these steps forward. So when we think about self expression, it can again include that communication to ourselves and others. And so you want to check in then to see if there's been anything that has been suppressed or repressed or oppressed in regard to your dreams and desires, or if there's any kind of self limiting beliefs, or even if there's any kind of limiting beliefs, or notice if you've been telling yourself can't, shouldn't, or not allowed. Sometimes we can carry these voices for years. And when a new urge to express ourselves surfaces, whether it's confronting ourselves or even someone else in regard to maybe even a boundary or having a difficult conversation or simply expressing love and appreciation and gratitude, it can stir up old thoughts and emotions. And remember, it's all just energy. We are energy alchemists, that maybe that energy is being called to be transformed and transmuted and the wisdom to be downloaded. So, with that, one of the messages for July and August is all about breakthroughs, with many of you feeling more ready than ever to embrace your authenticity. This doesn't diminish who you were in the past, it is a step towards fuller, genuine expression, both inwardly and outwardly. It's about saying what needs to be said from that energy of love, because remember, we're stepping more so into the heart, and genuine expression of love in loving kindness, compassion, in that light expression, both outwardly and inwardly. And it's about being able to say what we need to be said, sharing our desires, our ambitions, our dreams, and enabling ourselves to boldly take the steps forward. Because remember, We're here to learn, grow, and evolve. Learn, grow, and evolve. So these months could be pivotal for acting on plans and dreams you've been nurturing over the years, offering substantial support along the way. And with this, my friends, if you feel a bit uneasy or particularly energized hearing this, it might be striking a chord with you. No matter what, be kind to yourself, be loving to yourself as you face any hesitation or doubt, or if you're about to make a step, make sure that you're in the energy of love. Give yourself a lot of love and congratulations because human, you are here, you are doing it, you are showing up. And understand also that overcoming these hurdles is a milestone in and of itself, one to celebrate regardless of the end result. It's all part of your path to grow in terms of your growth of being able to step into newer authentic version of you. We are here to learn, grow, and evolve, my friends. So with that, as we reach the midpoint of the year, there's a noticeable energetic expansion happening. So again, in July, the opportunity for opening up and connecting with that heart energy, it's really allowing that energetic expansion. And so this brings forth some vital questions. So here they are. Are you being true to yourself? Are you being your most authentic self? Are you genuinely showing up as you? And with the heart energy that we talked about in the previous, and that's really coming in from the previous month as well as this month, it's really important to continue asking this in terms of discovering, in terms of your authentic self, and then also with that, maintaining your center, maintaining your groundedness, your alignment, and also seeing if you need to shift from 3D to 5D or higher. Where are you in the experience? And then looking at what tools and what supports you, what grounds you, keeps you alive, brings you joy, whether it's taking nature walks, meditating, running. It could be swimming in the ocean, listening to music, exercise, yoga, whatever it is, whatever tools you're using, whatever supports you in terms of being in your center. Finding your center involves committing to noticing when you're off balance, when you are in an imbalanced state, because you are an energy alchemist. Everything is energy. So, as an energy alchemist, are you noticing when you are feeling a bit off balance? And are you using your energy tools? So, you want to identify the things that can support you in regaining your equilibrium. Because during these challenging moments, you want to, I always imagine that I have a post-it note in my back pocket, even if even if I don't have a back pocket, my proverbial back pocket. And when I am in challenging moments, I refer to this post-it note that's in my back pocket of things that I can do. And I just used it today. I went for a walk with my dog, and I was at my local cafe and waiting in line. There was a person in front of me, and there it felt like they had a combination going on of possibly there was a lot of nervousness, anxiety, and it was so, like, as an intuitive empath, as somebody who can feel frequencies, it was really challenging for me to be standing next to a person who had this much. It felt like swirling chaos energy, and it was kind of like a tornado of chaotic anxiety energy that was like swooping in, and this person was mildly pacing back and forth in line. And so then it was like the like it was almost as if like the anxiety energy then was just being thrown all over the cafe because this person was pacing. And so I immediately had to take like 3 steps away from the person, which I was in line. So how far can you go when you're in line and in a contained space like a cafe? So I took 3 deep breaths as I took 3 steps away from the person. And I then immediately, asked to strengthen the Reiki. And then I also asked to put white light columns between me and the person. And then asked that I was put in a white light bubble that was infused with Reiki. And then me being in the bubble, I then just asked that the bubble could get bigger and bigger. And then the columns were also in front of the bubble. And with that, then what happened was it just gave me space between the person. And then I did ask that, if the person wanted to receive Reiki, ask that Reiki is sent to the person, always respecting free will. So anyway, so that is how I used my tools today. So I noticed, I walked into a space and I noticed, okay. So then I pulled out my post-it note of tools and I just started layering the tools until then I felt recentered, regrounded, and shifted above above the energy that was happening in that space. So, because remember, everybody has free will. So whether the other person wants to receive it or not, they may want to be in that experience, and that's completely okay. We share space with each other. So what you want to do though is create your list of what works for you. So create your list and also recognize that our needs can change rapidly. So you want to be able to understand that, identify the things you can do to regain equilibrium. During challenging moments, refer to this list of what works for you, especially when, if you're noticing the energy is changing, if you're in a space with other people, or if the motivation is low. Choose tools to support yourself from this list, and also consider creating a new list because your needs can change rapidly. Keep it accessible and then practice these centering activities. Doing so will help you stay open, in flow, and capable in your life and the world as well. Okay, the next theme is expand your ability in listening. So, with that, it really connects to allowing ourselves to let go of old perspectives or what we think the story might be. And in our noisy world, considering fresh perspectives on listening can really be beneficial because beyond mere words, if you focus on the energy behind them, the unspoken messages, a sentence is a sentence meaning can shift based on the delivery. So if you tune into the energy, you may gain new insights. So this month also, if you are in certain places in the world, you just also want to be aware that there might be some emotionally charged debates. And so it's worth it. You just want to then use your tools, especially your loving kindness, compassionate tools, and also ask, is it worth engaging in? Sometimes stepping away is wiser because understanding others' emotions, even when you disagree, listening not only externally, but also to your intuition and your inner truth. So, really letting yourself expand your ability in listening. And so, today, when I mentioned, being in that cafe, that's expanding your ability in listening because I was hearing I was hearing the frequency that the person in front of me was in. And in hearing the frequency that the person was in, I could be in loving kindness and compassion, that's a difficult state to be in. And then also know that I can support and take care of myself and use tools. And so when you start to expand your ability in listening, you'll be surprised of how your intuition opens up. Okay, so the next theme is really, it's like a 3 themes in one theme, that connecting. And it's all connecting to timing. So embrace divine timing, trust the timing, and the timing and trust then knowing then the timing for inspiring action or seizing the moment. So embrace the timing. So embrace divine timing, and really embracing divine timing, that it's going to happen for the highest good, that there is a highest good, and that there is a highest good, and there's also a behind the scenes happening that you may not be aware of. Also, know too that with this, embrace divine timing. Know that what you think in the human experience is for the highest good, that also might be not a complete aspect from the universe. The universe might have a complete different take on it, because the universe has a zoomed out and can see a lot more angles than our human experience. So embracing divine timing is knowing that there's a highest good, that you might be thinking A and B, but meanwhile, there might be a C, D, E, and F on something. And can you allow the universe to work with you in co-creation, and knowing that things are happening for your highest good, even if you don't know how or when or what? And know that behind the scenes, there's a behind the scenes happening that you might not be aware of yet. And with that, bringing in patience, and then trust the timing. Bring in patience and trust the timing. So it's embrace divine timing, trust the timing. This is really about surrendering, right? And knowing that transformation unfolds at its own pace. I'm going to repeat that. Transformation unfolds at its own pace. Allow yourself to dream and visualize without pressure to act immediately, and be gentle with any hesitations. Allow progress, but know that also with progress, sometimes it can be slow. So although progress may seem slow, internal readiness prepares you for significant leap. So although progress may seem slow, internal readiness prepares you for a significant leap. So this phase of transformation, this phase of change is essential. Allow yourself the freedom to really dream and visualize without feeling pressured to act immediately. Be gentle with any hesitations you may feel. Many have been evolving over these last few months, perhaps even longer. And it's natural to feel at times frustrated or impatient, or in impatience with the pace of progress. In fact, I was talking to a really good friend earlier about this, and I'm saying it here because my friend will know. So, with that, many of you in this group have been evolving over these months, perhaps longer, and it's natural to feel frustrated or impatient with the pace of progress. And I'm pausing for a moment because I know that my friend is probably laughing and smiling, and I'm holding this space for you, my friend. Also know though, recognize that also within this, all the pieces haven't yet aligned for you to move forward decisively. So know that we're in a dance with the universe. So maybe all the we're in an orchestra, right? So maybe all the not everybody's in the orchestra yet. So you can't have this amazing music because not all the notes are lined up yet to play. So, however, recognize that all the pieces haven't aligned for you to move forward decisively yet, but trust the timing and embrace divine timing. And despite external appearances, there is an internal readiness for a significant leap. So let yourself be in that. So trust in the timing of transformation, even if it seems like nothing is happening externally, knowing that you are preparing internally for progress. And I might be repeating myself here, but the guides are like, this is so important to say. So you cannot You cannot overstate this. And sometimes too, wording things just slightly different sometimes can help bring in clarity for someone else. So even if it doesn't feel like the right moment in terms of taking inspiring action, honor that feeling instead of forcing things. Document your visions, your dreams, be patient, be patient, be patient, because they often, with your visions and dreams also, they often evolve and refine themselves over time. So, for instance, a vision that you had at the beginning of the month might become clearer and more detailed by the end of the month. So, during this trust the timing phase, avoid stagnation, engage in visualization, dream building. Most importantly, support yourself emotionally. Surround yourself with inspiring experiences and people who uplift you and align with your journey. While the wait may feel long at times, trust the natural unfolding process, especially if you're uncertain about your next steps. So, with that, then the next part of this is time for inspiring action, seizing the moment. So, for those of you who are ready to act, to be inspiring action, that it's time for inspiring action, trust your instincts. Even if external signs are subtle, know that you're preparing internally or you are prepared internally, right? So, with that, then, if you're part of this time for inspiring action, seizing the moment, get ready for change waves. You'll feel the ability, freedom, and opportunity to make long desired changes in your life, whether it's been moments or years in the making. So, as you take inspiring action, know that the support will come your way. This is where trust comes in, right? Expect the right people, moments of clarity to align. And when it happens, it can be electrifying. You might feel like, wow, I'm in flow, and you're just in that flow surging through you as you step into your future. And also, with all of this, remember to regulate yourself during this exciting time. Remember to center yourself. While explosive, incredible joy, happiness is great, let yourself also find calm moments to ground yourself, integrate this new energy. Let yourself do this consciously. So, fellow inspiring action takers, put those desired plans into motion and take good care of yourself along the way. And if you are not in the action step yet, be patient in the process. Okay, so the next theme then goes into clarity with what you're creating. Y'all, clarity in what you are creating. So in the Inspiring You Patreon, once a month at the end of the month, we do a workshop on intention setting. And it really is about people having time to spend with what do they want to create the next month. And I can't tell you how many times people come in and they're so grateful because the previous month or maybe the year before, they can see what intentions they put down and they can see what has manifested. And they can also see how maybe they've gone on autopilot with dittoing their intentions. And there's stagnancy in them. There's no real energy in the creation. So, what are you creating? We often navigate life on autopilot, not fully appreciating our existence or the opportunities each day brings. We might be going unconscious at certain points. So, with that, like our culture sometimes fosters this kind of detachment from living fully or being present. However, my friends, it is crucial to embrace our aliveness. What you are creating, you are here to be an empowered creator. So consider what you wish to create in your life. Aligning your creation with values and purpose can positively and inspiringly influence not only yourself, but others in a meaningful way. So, with that, my friends, we have a finite life on earth in this physical world. So, what do you feel compelled to create next? If you resonate more with, the trust the timing group at this time, that's perfectly okay. But that does not mean that you can't still have dreams and envision and let yourself be in that visionary time of just dreaming. If you don't feel like you're ready to plan, that's okay, but you still can envision, and take time to reflect on, what you do wish to create here as an empowered creator. Like, what experiences, do you want to have here in this physical world? What contributions are you wishing to make? Who would you want to connect with? Let yourself take some time to do this, and really then letting yourself ignite a deeper sense of purpose, aliveness, and really shifting into that empowered creator. So, one of the reflection questions of this month is, what do you want to create? What will you create? And it's also an amazing time, as always, to discover new tools or to continue using tools to learn how to regulate yourself when needed. While it's wonderful if you're having that great time, you're in fun, we also do need those moments of calm to integrate the energy, to ground ourselves and allow our bodies to integrate new energy. So make sure to use your tools and support yourself. Okay, here's how the month is going to unfold for you personally, possibly. Making even a small change can create a big difference. So, this month, as you explore new support systems, you have a valuable chance to permanently change any habits or patterns that aren't working for you. Understanding old beliefs and behaviors related to support can be emotionally tough. So, it's essential to take responsibility and avoid falling into blame or disappointment. Recognize that even subtle shifts can lead to different outcomes and experiences, provided you stay disciplined and consistent. Much of the month centers around introspection, self care, nurturing personal comfort, and tending to your home environment. There's also a strong emphasis on cultivating authenticity by trusting and relying on your support network and personal intuition. So seek clarity, not just in what you intellectually understand, but also in what resonates and aligns with your heart's wisdom. Okay, so the next category is health and physical well being. Focus on the systems in your body that provide essential support, such as circulation, adrenal glands, digestion, and other vital organs. This month is all about self care in a greater way. So, giving these systems the attention they need will provide extremely beneficial for you. Be mindful of what you consume and note that its impact on your overall health. Adjust your routines, diet, schedule to foster better physical and emotional well being. And if you've been dealing with a health issue, finding yourself in a lacking resources, this month offers a prime opportunity to make significant changes, identify areas of scarcity, and set intentions to transform these patterns into abundant and readily available support. Because remember, one of the themes is support this month. Business and projects is the next category. So in business, you'll notice those who may not be contributing as expected, prompting potential restructuring efforts. Similarly, if your current work or business engagements do not provide comprehensive support, it's essential to reflect on your choices in that regard. While achieving full support across all life areas through work may not be always feasible, you can identify areas of deficiency and seek supplementary support through other means. So take this time to evaluate your projects, collaborative initiatives to gauge their level of support. Because remember, support is one of the themes. Utilize also all the unseen spirit guides for highest good, your intuition, your ancestors who are here for highest good as well when navigating unclear paths forward. So, like I said, I had a whole conversation with my dad who has passed, and he is part of my spirit guide team now for highest good. And specifically, I've asked him to help out in some things with projects, and it has been amazing. I mean, I definitely know he has come through in many ways. So let yourself also evaluate that, in regard to support, seen and unseen. Okay, environment. This month, also direct your attention to your personal home environment in relationship to support. Is your environment conducive to your well being? Does it provide comfort and empower your authenticity? Maintain a neutral and flexible stance toward also weather patterns in the physical environment, as they may remain unpredictable. All right, here are some dates and time frames. So, July 1st through the 7th, this week focuses on relationships, matters of the heart, and new beginnings. Take dedicated time for yourself, especially around the new moon on July 5th. Conduct an assessment of your support network, where it exists, where it lacks, where you require it, how best to receive it. Engage with your allies, your spirit guides for highest good. Observe any emotional sensitivities that are arising concerning support. Maintain a neutral stance and refrain from placing blame on others or childhood experiences or external factors, or use your tools to process, my friends. This period also presents an opportunity to reconnect with aspects of yourself that have been neglected. Consider it a form. Consider also, if you do energy healing, consider a form of soul retrieval, reclaiming energy into your heart as you break free from old patterns of inadequate support. July offers, if you are going to be doing the dowsing of the month with me this weekend on Saturday, on July, what day is that? On July 6th, on Saturday, July 6th, we'll have a live class and the replay will be available. We will be doing soul retrieval in there as well. If you are interested, you can sign up on the Inspiring You Patreon. It'll be the all access level. Okay, so in regard to that, if you do energy healing, though, you can also do soul retrieval, reclaiming the energy in your heart as you break free from old patterns of inadequate support. And then July 5th is the new moon in Cancer. And with that, if you want the rest of the dates and time frames, there'll be another episode that you can go to support you for that. All right, so that is it for now, my friends. Have a wonderful month. And before we go, let's just do a delinking. You can say this after me if this resonates with you. If you're a Reiki practitioner, you can do dry bathing. I asked to break the links with this episode. I asked to break the links with this podcast. I asked to break the Reiki links, leaving only harmony and balance at the ends. I asked to clear any residual energies being held in my body as a result of these links. I ask that light Reiki fill all the voids, solves, rejuvenates, refreshes, revitalizes for my highest good with ease and grace. And so it is. May peace with all of you. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me, my friends. Much, much love.